everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here today. Today I am filming a Fiber Friday video and I wanted to this is kind of the prelude to it. I've already filmed the video that I'm going to be doing, but I just want to go through and talk about it a little bit and explain what some of the complications I had in the video and what I'm doing in the video. So I am actually, this video will be introducing my German Angoras. I've already gone through and you've seen my red English Angoras. I've done all of my white, both English and French Angoras. Today we're moving on to my German Angoras and I only have two of them. I have Pistachio, which is the first one you will see in the video, and then her daughter, Jessi. I had two males, two bucks, up until last year. I think they both passed away last year. So I've only got the two. So the video isn't real long, the grooming part, but I did want to explain a couple of things. First of all, with German Angoras, I often get the questions on this. French and English Angoras do shed their fur. They, you can comb them and the fur comes right out or the fiber comes right out. And that's how I get most of my fiber from my German and French. In the summer, my English and French, trying to keep track of all these. In the summer, I do shear everyone down, but for the most part from about September until April, May, I am just combing my French and English rabbits. My German Angoras, on the other hand, need to be sheared. Sheared or clipped every 3 months or so. The two girls were due for a shearing in December, so were way overdue. I did have some, I had some mats and things like that I did need to clip out of them. I left their belly fur because of the weather we're having right now. It is cold and we're supposed to get colder next week. We're supposed to be like high of -1 next week. And so I did not want to take off everything so that they were completely sheared down. Now you will see in the video with Pistachio, I started out using my Oster A5s and they worked for about 30 seconds. And the video, I will leave all of it in there. I kept going back and forth. I don't know what's wrong with the clippers. I've had problems with them the last year or so. The motor part works fine. And I've had these for many years. And I don't know, they've gotten finicky over the years and I'm not sure. I have purchased other blades for them. And what happens is I can do a couple of passes on the rabbit and it cuts perfectly and then it just stops. And I can turn off the machine and fiddle with the blade part of it, which is a bit finicky anyway, and pop it back on and I can do a couple more passes and then I just have to keep doing that over and over again. So I did that a few times today and then I was just done. I didn't have the patience to keep doing that and I needed to get my grooming done. So I ended up clipping the girls today. So they are not as sheared down as what a shear, like a clipper would do. I just used a pair of scissors. And you will see me doing that. I'll switch over quite early on with Pistachio. But I got them all groomed. Again, I did not take off much of their belly. You can see me doing is I'm kind of underneath. If they're laying this way, I am going down and around their sides and cleaning up all of that. But I left most of their belly fiber. And so this is the basket. Just a minute, I'm trying to collect it all here. My basket was almost too small for all of them. This is what I got. And so, yeah, it's a lot of fiber. I don't mind clipping, when you use a pair of the electric shears, I guess I'll call these scissors and these shears. When I am shearing them with the either the Oster A5s. I also have a pair of Gimmers, which I used for a couple of years, and they, as often as I use them, they're kind of disposable. They're not real expensive. I think I paid, and I liked them, but they've gotten to the point now where they just don't cut well. So I think it's time to get a new pair of those or go to something different. And I need to do some research on that. So I don't mind clipping doing the shears with the Germans, because when it's clipped fiber, I typically card it anyways. You end up with these blunt edges, and then you can pull the seconds right out. Second cuts are where you've taken, you've clipped, and then you clip again over a part that you've already clipped, and so you end up with a short little piece here. So I will probably card all of this anyway, but I wanted to show you also the staple length. Let me see if I can find a whole piece here, or a whole section. They were both loaded. Like I said, they were both due for sharings in December. So this is Jessi's. Oops. I don't know if you can tell. It pretty much, there's a little piece of hay. It pretty much is the length of my hand. That's a lot of fiber. I'm guessing about 6 inches, and it's probably 6 inches on Pistachio too. And let's see. And I get the clipped edge here, and there is, so from here to here, I should lay this out and get a ruler, make it much easier, but I don't have one here. So there is, again, it's almost the full length of my hand. So this is a lot of fiber. I did not weigh it. I may go down and just take the basket. My guess is it's about half and half even. And my guess is there's, I don't know, 8 to 10 ounces in here probably out of each of them. So this is a pound of fiber, or close to it, if not more. I'll try to remember to shut this down and go down on my scale and weigh it right away, just to give me an idea, or give you an idea of how much I got off from 2 German Angoras. You'll also, with Jessi, the second one, she is, I always get questions about how I get my rabbits to sit and to groom them. Today I did groom outdoors. It wasn't too bad out today, and I was already outside working, so I decided just to do it outside instead of making a mess of my house. And so Jessi is one of my rabbits that is very grumpy on a daily basis. Like when you go in to feed her, she will let you know that she's not happy with you. Pretty much every day we go through this. And so you will notice in the video, she does a really good job of just sitting there and letting me trim her or groom her, clip her. And so I think rabbits get used to it. I know that there are some rabbits that just never get good at it. But for the most part, the more you handle them, the more you groom them, the more you're doing things with them, the easier it does get. And they get used to it. And so you will notice in the video, she sits through the whole thing. I didn't have any problems with her, but she is she's one of my grumpiest rabbits. I think she's really the only one I have right now that is just ornery all the time. And so, yeah, so I think that's all I want to prelude this to. I'm gonna pop in the rest of the video now, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I hope you get to create something today. Bye.